Now, Raiders of the Lost Ark captured the imagination of millions across the world and led it to become the cultural icon it is after 40 years. Now, of course, the main reason is the star Harrison Ford as the iconic Indiana Jones. Now, the B-grade adventure story gripped older generations and the younger generations like myself at the time as well. So, for many, still to this day, are the fantastic props and costumes that help drive the story forward. Now, one of those props comes near the end of the film, when the Nazis finally open the Ark of the Covenant. Now, so stay with me as we look at the ritual gear used to open the golden box that contained the Ten Commandments. Hi, I'm Rob, and this is A Constantly Racing Mind. Now, each Indiana Jones film contains great prop relics that inspire the collectors or hoarders and all of us. So from the very beginning, when Indiana Jones attempts to capture the Chachapoyan fertility idol, he uses a satchel bag that he uses to carry his treasures around with him. Now, there was that big Bible page that Marcus and Professor Jones used to explain Moses' Ark and how the Israelite priests would carry the Ark in the front of their army. Then there's the headpiece of Ra, used on the staff in the map room in Tanis to find the Well of the Souls. And when Marion Ravenwood was captured and held by Balloq, we find that Major Arnold Toth is a quiet and dapper man who likes to have his coats unwrinkled. Today we are looking at the breastplate, no, not that breastplate, that the treasure hunter Rene Balloq wears near the end of the film to perform, as the Nazi Deitrich calls, a Jewish ritual when they open the Ark of the Covenant and unleash the wonders and the horrors within. So if you're new here, we cover the film genres of sci-fi, horror, action-adventure, prop culture, and all things geek. So if you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be aware of all my new content. And don't forget, support my channel, please. So let's take a look. So for today's Indiana Jones prop, I got this from eBay, real art. Now, James also sells on Etsy as well, which for me can be quite confusing. Now, during the Exodus from Egypt, the Israelites, according to the Jewish Bible or the Christian Old Testament, Israelite priests would carry the Ark at the front of their army as they conquered the cities and towns that then existed in Canaan, which is now part of the Levant that consists of Israel, Palestine, and Jordan. Now, Aaron, the brother of Moses, both of them of the tribe of Levi, established the priesthood that would maintain the Ark of the Covenant and perform the sacrifices required to cleanse the sins of the people. Now, unlike the Levitical priesthood's breastplate, this one is made of solid resin with crystal clear colored stones attached. It comes with gold metal chain which can be worn around your neck. Now, the antique gold breastplate is 8 inches wide by 8 inches long by 0.5 inches thick. Now, there are 12 different shapes and colors of crystal clear colored jewels attached. Now, the breastplate is about 4 pounds in weight. Now, part of the vestments of the office is this breastplate, which was attached to the tunic-like garment known as an ephod by gold chain cords tied to the gold rings on the ephod's shoulder straps, and a blue ribbon with gold rings at the ephod's belt. Now, that's all according to the book of Exodus in the Bible. Now, the breastplate was to be made of the same material as the ephod, embroidery of 3 different colors of dyed wool and linen, and was to be 13 cubits squared, 2 layers thick, and with 4 rows of 3 etched gems embedded in gold settings, 1 setting for each stone according to the biblical account. Now, each stone represented a tribe of Israel. Now, the Hebrew word for breastplate, hosen, or Hoshen, I'm probably butchering that, seems to have been named after its appearance. Now, August Dilleman, a 19th century German biblical scholar, believed it was derived from the Hebrew word Hoshen, which I'm also butchering, which means fold, implying its purpose. Now, according to the Talmud, wearing the Hoshen atoned for the children of Israel's sin of making mistakes in judgment. Now, as far as the gems go, historically, we're not sure which gemstones were actually used, as the terms changed over time and were not necessarily minerally correct. Now, for example, if the gem was green, then it must have been an emerald. If it was red, then it was a ruby. And if it was yellow and shiny, then it must be gold. Maybe? So the gemstones on the breastplate are on the top row from left to right are Garnet, Topaz, and Ruby. Now the second row contains a diamond, a sapphire, and an emerald, and on the third row, Amethyst, Agate, and Lapis lazuli. Now the fourth row contains actually Jasper, onyx, and Beryl. So was Balloq Jewish? It seems highly unlikely knowing how the Nazis despised them. However, he performed the ritual, or at least started to, in Hebrew as the soldiers removed the lid from the mercy seat. And you know how well that went. Now, of course, we know what happened to the three Nazi amigos. Now, Balloq's head explodes. Deitrich and the good Major's face melt. What a way to go. So, when it gets to this piece here, I'm not really sure what each of these stones is supposed to be, but they look cool and will go great with my ever-expanding Indiana Jones collection. Now, wearing this item feels kind of heavy, but what do you think of this? So, is this a movie prop that you would consider adding to your Indiana Jones collection? Let me know in the comments. So, thank you for watching. Do me a favor, if you like the video, give it a like, as it really supports the channel. Subscribe and ring the bell to get notified when my next video comes out. And this video right over here will unlock more Indiana Jones prop and cosplay. So take care.